Hello, everybody. I believe we are now live. Yes, we are. Hello, everybody, and the raid from the Nolan Hockey Podcast slash Peg. On my guys, thank you guys for coming in. We got Peg City Hockey, Banana with the Bully Young Guns, Interpret Ching, Ale in the chat with the raid, Zach with the raid. Boys, thank you guys coming by for the raid. Much greatly appreciated. Thank you guys. It means a lot. Tristan, how you doing, my guy? Hey, bro, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Jets win. I mean, to be fair, Tristan, the Canucks are probably eliminated at this point. So, yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We are going to have a great live for sure. Kate, in my opinion, I think Gino deserves it. I think Gino deserves it. If Matthews gets two for the cross-check, Gino deserves the 4, in my opinion. Randy, how's it going, my guy? Thank you for coming by. Ale back in the chat. Kate Berry, hey there, Harry Tough Plus. Clifford, yeah, we're guaranteed a top 3 pick if we finish in the worst seed, in the worst possible place, last place. How's it going, my good sir? Thank you for coming by, my good sir. Boys, by the way, big poggers in one of the sim leagues I'm in. I just won the President's Trophy with a whole 65 wins. Well, you think he deserves it? Kate, yeah, I mean, I don't think I can defend. I love Evgeny Malkin. I absolutely love him. But I gotta say, I think he does deserve this. I think he deserves 4 games for the cross check. It's something I think it's definitely deserved. I'm trying to save this ladybug. It's on its 782, man. We're at 800. By the way, boys, I cannot go bald for 800 subs. I want to bring that up now. I unfortunately cannot go bald at 800 subscribers. So far, I think he's going to be a great, consistent NHLer. His skating is incredible. His skating is great. Massive fan of Jordan Harris. So yeah, thank you. Squad, no, I'm not naming mods. I mean, I'm probably going to, but I'm not gonna name more mods at 800 subs. I'm gonna name a few, like 1 or 2 maybe. By the way, boys, sorry for if stream lags a little bit. My Google Chrome needs to update, and I didn't think to do it before stream. So yeah. Cameron, how's it going, my guy? If Carey, yeah, Jacob, I don't think Price's first game is going to be against Columbus in Columbus, but I mean, hey, we'll see. Exactly, he knocked dude's teeth out of his mouth. He deserved it. I love Malkin, but this is something I can't defend him on. Yeah, Banana, I'll try and tell Jake to buy a Bull You Young Guns and frame it. I will try to. I will try to convince him otherwise. I mean, we do talk every single day, so we'll see. But yeah, boys, as the viewers come in to the stream, we are going to get the review underway. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Rem Pitlick with Suzuki Caulfield, Chris Scheneman. Samuel Montembeault gets the start because Jake Allen is hurt, and Caden Primo backs him up because Carey Price isn't ready yet. Yeah, Cameron. Yeah, I was in Nolan's stream, definitely, man. How about that Crosby 1,400 points? Yeah, in 1,100 games, man. That is really impressive, Clifford. Just think, if he didn't have to deal with all the concussions and all the injuries in his career about a decade ago, he might be at 1,400 games in the NHL, and he might have 1,600 points. Who's to say? Maybe he does. You know, exactly, Tristan. A boy can dream. Exactly, my guy. Exactly. Ale, yeah, Montembeault, exactly, Jacob. Montembeault, I'm convinced at this point Montembeault was secretly just Carey Price wearing a Montembeault mask. Because Montembeault played like Carey Price. Internet vet, how's it going, my guy? Doing wonderful myself. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it, my good sir. Thank you very, very much. It means a lot. Hell yeah. So yeah, the Montreal Canadiens, like I said, played the Winnipeg Jets. Actually, I don't think I said it. They played the Winnipeg Jets. He deserved to be out for more games. Did you see what he did to him? He deserved at least the regular season. I don't know, Tristan. I don't think more games. I think 4 is fine. We're close enough to the playoffs that he's pretty much going to be out until the playoffs with how many games are left. So yeah, I don't think he deserves more, in my opinion, Tristan. He will still finish. Yeah, exactly. He's going to finish his career. Crosby's going to finish with 600 goals, over 1,000 points. No, oh wait. Oh, I think you mean Malkin. I think you mean Malkin. But yeah, Crosby. Clifford, I don't think you said that the way you wanted to. But but yeah, Crosby probably still will get 1,000. Yeah, 600 goals and over 1,000 assists. He's probably going to get to 1,400 games exactly, my guy. Ale, who do I think the Habs should get at the draft? If we're drafting first, obviously Shane Wright. I think if we pick between second and fourth, Slafkovsky. If Slafkovsky even falls to 4 and we say we're at 4. If we're at, say, the 5 range, I'd probably go, actually, no, from, say, 3 to 5. If somehow Slafkovsky goes to number 2, easily Matthew Savoy. I love Matthew Savoy. I think he's going to be the best pure offensive player in the draft, in my opinion. And then if you're somehow drafted, which is not literally isn't possible unless we go on like a 10-game winning streak or 9-game from the end of the year, and somehow we finish with, say, the 8th overall pick, which isn't happening, but say somehow it does, Brad Lambert. I would love Brad Lambert. I think he's a really, really good player. But yeah, pretty much overall, Shane Wright or Slafkovsky. Who is more Crosby, the grade 8? Who is more Crosby, the grade 8, or Connor McDavid? I'd say Ovechkin because you don't want to disrespect Crosby by comparing him to McDavid. Yeah, I think I said that right. Why do I feel like we're going to end up picking Cooley? Scooter, I don't know. I read that as picking Crosby, but I was like, wait, Crosby's not a free agent. Ship Allen. And a top 5 pick, hopefully. So I don't like Nemec. I don't want to bring in Nemec, actually, Jacob. And Nemec for Cooley, in my opinion. McDavid is more of a playmaker than Ovi. Ovi's more of a goal scorer than either Crosby or McDavid. Yeah, exactly, Clifford. Exactly, he is. But yeah, their defense is kind of taking a hit, even though they have Hampus Lindholm. It is taking a little bit of a hit. And yeah, Wolverine. I did hear about the Habs fan that got kicked out of the Leafs Habs game. It's kind of kind of the typical typical Leafs trash management, pretty trash. I hate the draft lottery. No, I actually really like the draft lottery. I'm fine with it. If the Habs fall from first to third, whatever, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I would like, obviously, I would like if obviously I would like if it was like, okay, you're the worst team, you're guaranteed first. I'd like that. But I don't mind the draft lottery. I think the system that they just introduced is a lot better than the last one. I do like that. Who's better, Pettersson and Miller or Garland? Who's Pettersson, Miller easily? Why does everyone hate Cooley? Jacob, I don't know. I just don't like the name Logan Cooley. I just don't like the name Cooley for some reason. Who's the better Hughes brother, Quinn or Jack, and why? I'll say Quinn just because I like his offensive skill a little bit. I don't know. I think right now it is Quinn. I think you look at it 3 years from now, Jack is going to be the better one. I think the offensive skill is going to have to do more with why Jack is better. Ovi's a sniper, McDavid's a magician, and Crosby got exactly, Jacob. I mean, Randy, you can say, just need Monty to stop a good one. He stopped 7 or 8 good ones. So I don't think you cannot fucking blame him on this loss, my guy. You have to blame Petrie on that 3rd goal. Second goal, or not the 3rd goal. Second one was kind of all right. And, and that first, when Gorton rebuilt the Rangers, he got 2, then 1. He got 2, then 1. I'm hoping the same here. He gets 2. We draft Slafkovsky next year. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice, Scooter. Jacob Hoffman, I've never, like you can say, I've never hated someone more. Here's the thing. Yes, Hoffman is playing like trash. It's because he's losing his confidence. He's not scoring. He's not getting assists. He's not getting points, and he's not playing that great because of it, I actually thought, surprisingly, he had 1 or 2 decent defensive plays today. But there was just a lot of, like, Hoffman, what are you doing? Like, he passed when he should have shot, took a shot when he should have passed. Hoffman has not been playing great the last 6 or 7 games. I'm hoping he rebounds at the end of the year. But right now, it's looking like Hoffman is just not finding his game right now. And I'm hoping if he stays a Canadian next year that he is able to change it on our 3rd line probably. I don't think he gets 2nd line, but we'll see. And if he's out of Montreal, I just hope we get a good return for him. How about Caden Gooley? Caden Gooley, better than Cooley. Yeah, NHLer Logan Cooley, in my opinion. Never hear Randy. Because here's the thing. Montembeau's like 23 or 24. Yes, you can blame him on some losses, but you, my guy, are the exact opposite. Sure, you can say I've never blamed Monty. You blame Monty too much. I will point to the stats like I mentioned last video. Dude has been playing great the last 2 months. You can't say, oh, just need Monty to stop going to bring us OT, because this game should have been lost in overtime. Or in regulation, sorry. If Montembeau is not in net, if you're putting even Jake Allen, or like Jake Allen, because he's been great. Carey Price, if this is his return, or you're putting Caden Primo in net, this game probably ends 8-2 or 7-2 for the Winnipeg Jets. Montembeau played out of his mind today, you know? Like, you can't say, oh, he's my Vezina winner, even sarcastically, my guy. Because, Randy, yes, he had a rough start to the year, but he's gotten better as it's gotten along. He's gotten his confidence, my guy. Bob, I mean, you can keep your retarded opinions if you want to say that Hoffman's better than Drouin, okay. Even last game, 5 seconds left, Caulfield wide open for a one-timer. Well, here's the thing, Jacob. Caulfield's one-timers are very inconsistent. I absolutely get why he goes for the wrist shot, because his wrist shot is what has gotten him a lot of his goals this year. The one-timer has gotten him some, but again, I would rather Caulfield take that wrist shot than Caulfield take the one-timer. Because with his wrist shot, like I said, it's gotten him a lot of his goals. I really like Caulfield's wrist shot. I think his one-timer does need some work in the offseason. I like his one-timer. It just does need to get consistent. It needs to get consistent. I actually do like that he took the wrist shot, though, in my opinion. Hey, Tristan, welcome back, man. Hope all's good. That is why Monty's the backup and Allen started 80% of the schedule. You're ignoring that Montembeau was hurt, I believe, for part of the season, or had COVID. I believe it was one or the other. And when Allen got hurt, Monty took over, and he was pretty damn good as the starter. Here's the thing. Monty is a backup. Monty is good as a backup. Came in as the starter the last 2 months, or last roughly month and a half, whenever Allen came back. I think it's been the last month or so. He's been good. Again, I will point to the stats. You can say, oh, that's why Monty's the backup now and started 80% of the schedule. Because Allen is better than Montembeau. Allen is. Monty has had a good run. The last 2 months he's been good. You know, I would rather Allen start over Montembeau because Allen is that veteran, experienced goaltender who can get you those steals. Monty's been doing it, but Allen has been better, and Allen has been hot since coming back. And there's a reason that if Allen is gone for the rest of the season somehow, which I'm hoping he's not, but if he is, and Price comes back, you will likely see Carey Price start 80% of the games, and Monty say there's 9 games left. Say ignore Columbus because Price is probably not going to come back in Columbus. Monty probably gets that start, or maybe Primo does. I don't know how they're going to do that. Say 8 games of the year. It's 8 games left starting with the Islanders because I like those even numbers. Price is probably going to get 6 games. Monty gets 2. Because obviously you're going to start Carey Price over Samuel Montembeau. Unless you just want to get Price 2 or 3 games, make sure he's in game shape, and you want to give Monty the rest just to let him get some starts, which would be understandable either or. But realistically, Price does get 5 to 6 games, and Monty only gets 2 to 3, because obviously Price is a starting goaltender. Monty will get not to that level, but he will not to the level of Price, but he will be a starting goaltender in the NHL. Montembeau is a good goaltender, Randy. It's time for you to just face that, my guy. Why they're saying Clifford? It's because Price, he's just not ready. He doesn't feel ready. St. Louis has said when Price feels ready, he will let him know. He will say, Marty St. Louis said that Price will tell him when he's ready, and that's when he'll go into the net. So it's not necessarily Price is not rehabbing correctly. At least I'm hoping not. He's not rehabbing correctly. He's taking practices. He just doesn't feel ready yet. So yeah, exactly, Wolverine. When Monty came in, even after he allowed that first goal against the Leafs, he played great. He played really well against the Leafs, and he played great tonight, in my opinion, Wolverine. I think if we do ship out Allen, which I don't hope we do, because I do think Price does deserve a bit more rest than what he would get. But if we do ship out Allen, I'm fine with Montembeau as my backup. I am perfectly fine with Montembeau being the backup goaltender. I changed my mind. Start Price on Saturday. Watch him absolutely destroy Ovechkin. Nah, Jacob, man. No. What do you do? What you do is you start Carey Price on Friday against the Islanders. Then you start Primo on Saturday and let Ovi score like 7 goals on him. 5 hole. You let Ovi score 7 on Primo because actually no, he's probably only going to score 3 and then he gets pulled. Shit, so that wouldn't work, and then Montreal's going to probably stomp him on 4 chances. Shit. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Okay, does this sound right to you? There will be snow tomorrow here in Vancouver. We had thunderstorms last night, and we'll have more in the coming days with lightning. But well, Tristan, we actually had snow yesterday, so yeah, it kind of makes sense that it'd be headed towards Vancouver. I say Allen deserves the rest of the year. Yeah, Jacob, even if he's good to go, I think you just keep him on LTIR, let him relax, and just give him the rest of the year off to – it's only like 9 games. We're not going to make the playoffs, obviously. Give him the rest of the year off, let him relax, and rehab. And, yeah, exactly, 60-40 split of Price to Monty. That would be – no, not 6 games. That would be, I think, 5 games to Price and 3 to Monty. I think that's right. And then you can probably give Primo a game in there somewhere. So you could probably split it like 6-2-1 or 5. No, 6-2-1 or 5-3-1. You could probably split it somewhere in there. We'll see. Who's better, Monty or Jake Allen? Recently, it's been Jake Allen because he's been getting most of the starts. Overall in the year, probably Jake Allen. Over in the months of April and February, Monty. I think they'll try. Nah, Scooter. I don't think they're trying to ship out Price because here's the thing. Price has to agree because here's the thing. Price because here's the thing. Price is Price has a no movement clause. Price has a no movement clause, and he doesn't need to waive it, and he probably wouldn't. Here's the thing. He waived to Seattle because he knew Seattle probably wouldn't take him, and he wanted to be a team player and let Jake Allen stay on the team because they knew Seattle would very likely take Jake Allen solely because of the hey Ryan Fraser, a little faggot, get out of here. Thank you, my guy. But yeah, Carey Price waived to Seattle to be a team player to let Jake Allen stay on the team. By the way, fake Harry Rice, thank you for putting as little effort into that account as you could. Not even trying to replicate my profile picture, my guy. For shame. To be fair, yeah, exactly. Jerome was playing great hockey before he suffered his injury with Wolverine. And here's the thing, that's really, really good. That's really, really good that that Jerome was playing great hockey, and I like that his injury. I don't like his injury, but I like that he should be good to go for. I do like that it. Sorry, I do like that. I do like that. Fuck. What am I saying? I'm sorry, boys. I'm distracted right now. I'm really sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry, boys. I'm what I'm trying to say. Drouin, I like that his recent injury takes him out until the he's good to go for training camp. That's what I'm trying to say. I do like that Drouin is apparently supposed to be good for training camp. There we go. I finally got that out. There we go. Drouin's going to be good for training camp, and he should be able to play for the Canadiens next year. Because I do think he's going to stay. Is there a chance we buy him out or trade him? Yes. Do I think we will? No. Should we? No, not at all. Unless Drouin wants a trade and it would be better for his mental health. In that case, obviously, yes, absolutely trade him. If all you can get is a 7th, I don't care. Get Drouin's mental health better and trade him elsewhere. Price should just take the rest of the year off. Nah, Tristan, my guy. Why would Carey Price take the year off? Why would Carey Price take the rest of the year off when he's just going to have to play next year? I'd rather Price play 2 or 3 games this year. Come the fuck on, you piece of shit Wi-Fi. I'd rather Carey Price play the rest of the year, playing a few games, and then next year he's good to go for the whole year. By the way, can you guys see and hear me? Because knock on wood, the viewers aren't going down. I'm assuming you guys can see and hear me. So only 8 players have been able to score 70 goals in the season in NHL history. Figure no chance. Drouin had 1 good game. I'm assuming you guys can see me because the viewers haven't gone down a lot. So, yeah. Drouin had one game. Jonathan Drouin, who's a great playmaker. If you add him into your top 6 or your middle 6, I'll say, if you add him to your middle 6, whew, that's good. Slov, Suzuki, Cole, Pitlick, Devo, Galley. Jacob, that changes the plans too because Galley's out. 100% I think Gallagher's gone in the offseason. Jordan Paling Anderson. I don't think Armia's here either, actually. I think Byron's more likely to stay than Armia, personally. I'm assuming you guys can see me. I'm assuming you guys can see me because I'm not losing viewers. So, yeah. So yeah. Your iPhone is being synced. Yes, I don't give a shit if my iPhone's being synced. You're buffering it. All right, there we go. Now we're finally good. I basically just said there's no chance Matthews hits 70 goals in his NHL career. I don't see it. I see he has maybe 1 or 2 more 60-goal years. I don't see him hitting 70. But yeah, exactly, Jacob. Like, even if Drouin is under the team, is on the team, it does change the look because it does look like that. Exactly. Yeah, completely forgot about Byron. Yeah, exactly. Take Armia out. Exactly. Plus, you might even have Raphael Harvard-Pinard maybe challenging for a spot, I think. I think he might challenge for a fourth-line role. Obviously, this is an event we didn't get into because we're talking fourth year with Drouin. And, yeah, if he's good to go for next year and he stays with the Canadiens, it definitely changes the outlook. Price would probably – plus, actually, Jacob, excluding anyone we might get free agency if we get anybody. Price would probably wait to get to BC and Seattle, Washington, that's where he's from, which also probably exactly Scooter. Like, he probably wouldn't have minded. He probably wouldn't have minded going to Seattle just because, hey, I'm closer to home. I'm fine with this, and that's probably why he was selected. He's comfortable going to Seattle. So, yeah, I like that. So after watching this game and him all season, I think Monty can be. Yes, exactly, conservative lawyer. I do think Monty can be Price's backup because Monty has gotten better as the season's gone along. When the season started, he definitely did have some rough spots. He had a couple good games, but he did have some rough spots. But as soon as January, I'm going to be a pretty solid goaltender now. Hi, I'm your future backup. So, yeah, I believe the only issue is Monty's an expiring. I want to say RFA after this season, I think. So we are going to probably have to maybe I don't really know what to make out of Montembeault, what we could give him. Given that it is Kent Hughes and he is a former player agent, he definitely is going to try and finagle with a lot of players. But we'll see. I might have to go that. Bob, I don't think Duran's gone in the summer, honestly. I don't think that. I'm kind of surprised they won't make Price play. Yeah, Jacob, that is surprising. That is really surprising. Because last year when Price came back from injury, he plays a conditioning stint and I believe only 1 game with the Laval Rocket. He might have played 2, but I think it was only the 1 with the Laval Rockets. So that was also very surprising. I'm just going. Just read that. I don't see. Yeah, exactly. I don't see Habs moving Anderson and Dvorak in the summer either. I think they want to keep those guys because Dvorak is a good second, third line center, very good defensively, great on the faceoffs. And Anderson, that big bruising power forward, we've kind of been really longing for the past 2 years. He tries the Drouin Paling Anderson line though. Playmaker in Drouin, two-way with Paling, and a power forward goal scorer. In Anderson, yeah, I like it exactly. And yeah, Drouin doesn't go into the corners. Exactly, he's been the guy. Lay off, be more offensive, be that sneaky type of player. And Paling and Andy will back. I like that actually that you don't have a line of 3 guys who go into the corners because then say there's 3 guys of yours and then 2 guys of theirs, it leaves you with 2 guys coming out, leaves you with 2 guys back, and 3 of the opposing team that'll likely get the puck. Where if Drew is there, it's like, all right, get it, and then you can get a good shot. Or all right, wait, boom, back down to the defense, back to Drouin, and you can set up. I like that in my opinion. Anaheim definitely if they're going to try to get a Scooter, I could see it. I don't know. I don't know though. Would you take Demko for Price in the first? Nah, you guys have to add. If you guys want Carey Price, you guys are going to have to add. Jacob would take that. I wouldn't. I love Thrasher Demko, but if you want Carey Price, the Canucks are adding to that 100%. Ale, thank you, man. GG's my guy. Have a nice night too. Thank you very much for coming by as a part of the Nolan Hockey Peg City Hockey, the Peg City Nolan Hockey Podcast raid. Thank you. So yeah, Montembeault gets to start with Allen Hurt. Primo backs him up as Price isn't ready yet. The opening lines for the Jets were Connor Dubois, Svechnikov. If the Canucks are absorbing that $10.5 million, Scooter, I don't think. Here's the thing: it's $10.5 million, but he's still a top 5 goalie in the NHL. He is still a top 5 goaltender in the NHL. So, if you want to win a cup, grab Carey Price. Barron of Morgan variety, not Justin. He would be with us. He was unfortunately out as still injured, I believe. But Barron of Morgan variety, Stastny, Ehlers, Sanford, Lowry, Appleton, and Yazimont, Tony Nato, Brooks were the offensive pairings. Yazimont making his NHL debut tonight. Congrats to him. Morrissey, DeMello, Schmidt, Pionk, and Sandberg, Dillon were the defense pairings. Connor Hellebuck gets to start between the pipes, going back-to-back, as Drake would say. And Eric Comrie backs him up. Very surprisingly, thought they might have started Comrie in this game, but they did not. Before the game, Carey Price were back up as was called up to come on. Bo Jets pressured a minute in. Habs didn't connect with a few passes. Habs didn't get their first shot on net with a shitty dump in. With a shitty little dump in. Shots for 3-0 Habs about 5 minutes in. Canadiens with a bit of speed, nice rushes, but Armia with a very good defensive play. Galley was trying to set something up. And then Justin Barron with a really, really solid shift, dekes around the Jets, stays on the puck, crowd claps for him. I shift, dekes around the Jets, stays on the puck, crowd claps for him. I was shocked with Justin Barron tonight, and I thought he had a great couple of shifts. So yeah, I was a big fan of Justin Barron on that shift. Nearly set up a scoring chance there too. Jets then get their first shot on net. It was nearly reflected, I guess I should say, past Monty, but an easy save off him. Jets then go to the power play. Byron gets called for hooking. They called it tripping, but it looked more like a hook. Habs had some good chances, some good clears, but a few chances for the Jets. We are 1-1 on PK tonight. Canadiens with some good chances. Harris gets tripped with no penalty. Suzuki's line pushes. Great goal on Dubois. Great stretch patch to Suzuki. Good shot on net. Caulfield on a near breakaway saved by Hellebuck. Caulfield with a follow-up saved by Hellebuck. Habs push up a face-off. There's some good cycling, but a very bad pass leads to a Jets rush. Dvorak with bad playmaking on a 2-on-1 had Romanov coming up with him. And Galley to the net almost led to a turnover. Then unstable on Joel Armia, a fucking great cross-crease save for Montembeau. Jets then with some more pressure of their own. Fake Harry Rice coming in. You gotta fucking put that on. You guys this year. If we trade for Demko, he's here for at least 5 years. The first is hit or miss, so I'm fine with giving it. I mean, Jacob, if you're a playoff team, which the Habs should be next year, that price contract is not rough. Then yeah, that contract is absolutely worth 10.5. Which, by the way, I find it funny. The fake Harry Race coming in, Ryan Frazen coming in, Jets own your franchise, and then sweep. I find it very ironic coming from a Jets fan. So I find that very funny. I guess Ryan's parents didn't love him enough. So keep using up your email accounts there, Ryan. Keep using them, my guy. Jets had a few shots from both stands tall. Jets then failed on a 2-on-1 as the Habs. Savard in the slot after some cycling nearly puts it home. Armia in Kelly's position. But the shots are 9-6. Very, very nice if you reverse those. Still tied 0-0 into the second. Then we'd score. The former Jet, Joel Armia, starts the play and finishes it with a goal from Dvorak and Savard. Savard, Armia sends it up for Dvorak with the shot on net. Armia bats it out of midair. And you can't say it's rough because, again, playoffs. You can say, we save a few million to spend on other players. But here's the thing. You're going to be trading, at least attempting to trade at $15 million, about 20, because I think Demko makes like $6 million, something like that. You're not going to be needing to save $26 or $22 million in cap. Because again, with the Canadiens, you're going to be trading Galley. You're going to be trying to trade Armia. You're going to be trading Petrie. You probably do have a trade in place for Petrie. You're saving like $4 million, for example. That's $11 million. You're still going to have cap space, Plus, if you trade out Galley, Armia, and Petrie, you could bring in a cheaper alternative that would be worth $10.5 million. Demko isn't to that level yet at all. I find it funny that I find it funny that that money you're going to be able to sign Caulfield and Gooley and Harris and Barron when all those guys are gone, or all those guys ELCs are up. If they're team players, they will take pay cuts. And here's the thing: Ken Hughes is the guy to get them pay cuts. Ken Hughes is the player agent, knows negotiations. He could probably renegotiate Caulfield from wanting $7.5 million to giving him 5.5 or 6. That's exactly, Scooter. Ryan's living in mama's basement. He's gonna hoard females, and he's just using them to to try and get attention because his parents love him enough. Was that Harry Rice soccer account? Yes, let's Clifford. What's happened now? Hey, Harry Clifford lost. Hey, don't worry about it, Fazio. It's all good, man. We're not going to trade every one of them. Probably not. I do think Petrie's gone because he has requested a trade. I do think Petrie's gone. Armia is 50. I like that. You could probably use that. And then I do think Armia does get traded. It depends if we do plan on rebuilding again after the season. If we decide like, hey, we want to keep Galley for another year. He's coming off a rough year. See if we can get him going good on a third line, for example. Then I think after next year we trade him, unless the deadline, if we're out. If we're rebuilding, here's the thing. We will trade Galley because Galley apparently doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. So, yeah. So, yeah. Hey, don't worry about it, Fazio. It's all good, my guy. Yeah, I could see when Caulfield and Harris come up because I think they're both up after next season, actually. I could see when they're both up, us trading Galley instead. I could see that, but I do think we would want to trade him in the offseason more, So yeah, Caulfield will most likely be making less than Suzuki. Yeah, exactly. It is good that Bergevin set the bar with Suzuki, arguably the best player. Exactly, Scooter. I like that. Monty is an arbitration, right? Okay, so instead of like 1.5, probably about less than what Allen was making. So I think that's actually pretty solid. Yeah, Jackals and Sadness, have lose. Exactly. My voice is still fucked. Yeah, I actually had the thing Sunday. I'm going to be looking on different Facebook feeds for what the thing happened was. I still don't want to reveal it yet. Anyone who's in the playoffs knows. Sorry, boys. I'm just messaging someone. Sorry, but yeah, I did the thing yesterday, so it did happen, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. What happened? I'm not gonna reveal it yet, unfortunately, but I'm gonna be looking at a lot of Facebook different angles of what was going on from what happened, and I think you guys are gonna like it. I'm gonna try and look for the next day or two, see if I can find different angles, different things, and we'll see. We'll see when the video potentially comes out. Would you give Romanov an eight-year by $5 million extension? I don't know if I'd want to go 8 million or 8 years because he is, I want to say 22. That would take him until he's 30, which I do like. I'd probably maybe rather go a 6-year, take him until he's 28. 5 million, I love Monty. I think that's just a little bit too high for him. I'd personally go 4.25 clause of some kind. The player he is today. So I like Romanov. I don't know if I would give him a really. Apparently, there's going to be a once-in-a-century blizzard coming to Manitoba. Going to be one of the worst in the province. Holy shit, Fazio. I apologize in advance. Holy shit. Hopefully, whatever happens, hopefully you're good, my guy, and hopefully, hopefully all goes well, my guy, and hopefully you're all safe. Yeah. I thought it was April. Fazio, it is April, my guy. Yeah. Apparently it's not. Me and Harry had to say, hey, Dom, who's to say? For me, it's either 3 years because Romy would be an RFA, or 8 and get him as low as possible. It's kind of like Nick. Nick is proving that he is going to be what he is. Romanov is, in a way, he is definitely proving to be one of the best hitters in the league. Going to be that physical defenseman. I would expect a little bit more offense from him. Like, for example, he has 9 points, I'd be expecting maybe 13, 14, nothing like 40 points right now, but about 12 to 13. He is showing that he is going to have that offensive upside. For me, I do think I'd rather maybe go a 3-year deal, which could be more risky because he could turn into a legit top 4 defenseman and might want $6-7 million potentially. But I'd rather risk it and go with the 3-year deal than an 8-year, in my opinion. I love Romanov. I think he's going to be an amazing top 4 defenseman for us. But I'd rather not super risk it and just yeah. Do you think there will be a Cole Caulfield? No, Tristan, no chance. There's no way we're going to trade Caulfield if we don't win a cup in 4 years. No way. Kid's only 20, 21, something like that. My guy, it's I don't think Caulfield I don't think Caulfield I don't think Caulfield's getting traded if we win a cup. He's 20, 21. In 4 years, he's only going to be 25. He's going to be the best goal scorer in the league by then, most likely. So, yeah, Romanov is a beast. Yeah, exactly. Almost playing half an hour a night. Yeah, exactly. When he has competent teammates and they share the time even. Yeah, Jacob, that is probably going to be true. Plus, he's probably going to be playing third, fourth defenseman, maybe second defenseman line or second defense role instead of a third or fourth defenseman. Probably going to be a second defenseman potentially. Depending on how our guys all grow, our team might end up being so good he's a fifth or sixth when he should be a third or a fourth realistically. But he could end up being a third or fourth when he might be a second, I think. So it could be worth it, that $8 million by 5 years. It just depends because the salary cap is supposed to go up $1 million next year, and it's apparently supposed to take a big bump in 3 to 4 years when the escrow or something like that is paid off by the players. So when that is done, I'm expecting the cap, say it goes up, say $85 million over the next 3 years, say $1 million each year. I'm expecting maybe something like maybe an $88-90 million salary cap, for example. So it could help for the teams and the Canadiens, for the teams like the Canadiens who want to pay their really good players long term. I don't know. 8 million by 8 years by 9 million to Cole Caulfield, would you do it? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would do that. Do you think Romanov would be the defenseman like Wolverine, excluding the very, very dirty hits and more offense? Yes, I absolutely think Romanov is going to be a much better defenseman than what Sergachev was expected to be. Goulet, Mayu, Harris, Romanov, yeah, Scooter, that is... that's when your defense pairings are good. When Justin Barron is probably your bottom pair defenseman. That's when your defense pairings are projected to be good. I really like Justin Barron. I think he's going to be a really good offensive defenseman. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. But yeah, in 2 years, imagine a decor. Yeah, Goulet, Barron, Romanov, Savard, which I do actually. Savard has actually been playing pretty good under Marty St. Louis. Surprisingly, I would keep him after this year. $3.5 million. It's looking a little adequate. It's looking adequate for what Savard brings to the table. And then, yeah, Harris Edmondson. If Edmondson is still around, yeah, I like that. Putting it with Harris and then Goulet, Barron. It depends, Jacob, as well, because 2 years. Say 2 years from now, I don't know if Goulet is going to be a top line defenseman in 2 years. I do see him taking maybe 3 or 4 to be that top pair defenseman. I think he makes it in the top 4 in 2 years for sure. I do think it takes another year or two though for him to get to the top pair, in my opinion. But yeah, I've got no complaints. Just like Scooter said, I've kind of got no complaints. My only complaint is that Logan Mailloux isn't there. But then again, in 2 years, he's probably pushing for a defense spot, and it'll probably be better to keep him in the AHL for another year or two. In 2 years, keep him in the AHL for another year or two maybe, and just let him develop. Let him develop and let him get his game more. And by the time he's to the NHL, you're ready, and he'll be able to play very well. So I'm a fan of that. If Montreal drafts right after the ELC is up, let's say he scores 55 points his first year, 70 in his second, 90 in his third, would you do an 8-year? I like that. It was almost consistent, up 20 points every year. Would you do an 8-year deal for like $7 to $9.5 million or a shorter term deal? I would easily go 8 years. If you can get your first overall draft pick signed, massive long-term 8-year deal at say $7 million somehow, I would do that because that's going to be this year. That's going to be 3 years after this season, obviously. That's going to be right around when the cap is projected to go up a lot. So if you can get him at $7 million, easily I would do that. But here's the thing. Ken Hughes might be smart in trying to negotiate after that second year and during the season where he puts 9 up. Where he puts 9 points up, where he puts 90 points up. Ken Hughes might be discussing, the season begins like, hey, you're not, 70 points, would you do 6.5? And if does that and then agrees to that and then puts up 90, I'm just saying, wet woos might be a genius. Or even trying to negotiate with him to go even less with your convincing. Exactly. Yeah, Fazio, exactly. That is true, Scooter. It also is good to keep a French player around in Savard for the media. Even though that player will play. I didn't order the lines, just thought of the players and wrote them if I were to order them. Oh, yeah. Just thought of the players. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I were to order them, Romanov, Savard, Goulet, Barron, the Harris, Eddie. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I'd probably by 2 years. Goulet, Barron is my third pair, and just kind of split the time between them and the Harris Edmondson line. Exactly. Thank you, Scooter. Yeah, no problem, Fazio. Don't worry about it, my guy. And then a minute later, Justin Barron, his first goal as a Winnipeg Jet, second career goal, and it's 1-1. Yeah, exactly, Scooter. Yeah, Barron Harris probably won't be bottom pair. He could honestly be a top pairing defenseman if he keeps developing the way he's done really, really well in Montreal so far. Definitely. Who do you trade? Alexander Romanov, Cole Caulfield, Morgan Barron. Sorry, Morgan Barron, Fazio. No, that is Morgan Barron. Did I say Justin Barron? Because I meant Morgan Barron. Sorry. Romanov, Caulfield, Allen, or Price. Out of those 4 guys, honestly, as much as I love him, probably Jake Allen. I love all 4 of those guys that are up there, but I feel if I had to pick, probably gun to my head, you're pulling the trigger. If I don't pick one, I gotta go trade Jake Allen. Unfortunately, I love Jake. I think he's a great goaltender, but you kind of have to. I kind of think Barron and Mailloux play really similar. Maybe they want to ship out Mailloux. Exactly what Crab said. Mailloux has a really deadly shot. He's apparently said to be a very, very good offensive defenseman with some good two-way upsides. So, if it's between Mailloux and Barron, you have to get rid of them. I'd have to say Barron, but it's issue because it's an issue of really, really good defense prospects. Barron and Mailloux, if they play very similar, it is an issue because Barron's made to the NHL. Mailloux hasn't yet. Mailloux is still playing, I believe, in the OHL. I want to say he was playing in this year. I think he got hurt, but I want to say it was the OHL. Answer 22. Let's go Arizona and let's go St. Louis. Why not? Arizona, St. Louis. First is a great playoff series, Arizona and St. Louis. First is a Jet. He seems like a pretty good prospect. I like Mark Barron's play a lot tonight. I thought he was pretty impressive. And, great no-looker pass from, I believe it was Nikolai Ehlers. Morgan Barron gets the goal. And then Paul Stastny, his 20th goal of the year, his most goals in a season since 14-15. I believe that was the year he was with the Blues, I want to say. And we just kind of fell apart. We played very bad defensively. Monty with a few good saves. Exactly. The Mailloux trade is why you trade for first. Why you take those risks. Exactly. Could be a stud on the ice. Just gotta hope he's nasty off the ice. Exactly, Jacob. Yeah, just gotta hope he's nasty off the ice. Exactly, my guy. I don't think you phrased that the way you wanted to, but I think I get. My guy. I think I get what you mean. I'm trying to find something real quick. Yo, Fazio in Heinz League. Where's the award voting and stuff? Because I keep forgetting. Oh, 6 or 7. Oh, 6 or 7 season. Here we go. There we go. It was. Well, yeah. I hope he is. Then, I absolutely. If he were. If he were a stud off the ice, then I would be more than happy with that, personally. So yeah, I'd be more than happy with Yeah, I'd be more than happy if he's knocking off the ice and a stud on the ice. I am perfectly fine with that. So, but yeah. Hey, Columbus, how about Columbus? A lot. They seem to not like goal scoring. So, yeah. Would y'all take? I would love Connor Garland. Honestly, I like Brock Besser, but I love Connor Garland. I would love Connor Garland in Montreal. Randy, yeah, Hoffman does look like a bust after a decade in the league. Yes, it was 100% intentional. Exactly, Jacob. For the Cup, FA and trades, or keep tanking next year to trade. Okay. Brock Besser for Jeff Petrie. Yes, Crab. To be fair, Vancouver would likely do that. After all, Brian Burke does love his good old Canadian boys. So maybe. Just a good old boy. Maybe he would. You know what, Fazio? I want to see the Habs get back to the playoffs, but god damn it, I think playing the long game. Yeah, I think playing the long game's better. I'd rather keep tanking next potential scoring combination of Cole fucking Caulfield and Matvey Mishkov, the literal next Alexander Ovechkin. Yeah, I'd go for it. I love Connor Bedard, but damn it, we have our number one center, Nick Suzuki. Even if he is projected to be a franchise center, Matvey Mishkov is a franchise goal scorer, just like Cole Caulfield. So, but you know what, Fazio? What's the hidden option C? I went to watch. The option C is just Habs trade fucking literally everything and just don't have a team next year, probably. I went to watch Cedric Paquette. Yeah, I do somehow remember that guy with the Rocket. Took penalties the same way. Laval. That's very good to know. That's very good to know. That is very, very good to know. That's very good to know. That is very, very good to know. He's attractive though, so it was. So yeah, Monty with some more saves. Had tried to pressure, but the Jets were just getting shots on net. Petrie's pushed. Canadians pushed. Petrie in the middle in the slot had a very nice shot. Jets then off a rebound. Amazing save by Montembeault on Kyle Connor. Holy shit, that was good. Habs back the other way with some good pressure. Galley nearly found a goal in front. Byron gets knocked aside as he tried to poke at a puck. Habs pressured more. Hellebuck was making some good saves of his own. Jets pushed. They were getting a lot of Mishkov's career is going to be ruined because people are going to cry. Nah, Jacob, I don't think a team's going to draft a team's going to be upset about a team drafting a Russian just because for me, if it's not going to happen this year, it's not going to happen next year, I don't think. You know, I feel like for me, I don't think Mishkov's career is going to be ruined. But I do think he's going to take a little bit to get to the NHL. I think it's going to take kind of similar to Kaprizov, not necessarily like 6 years in the KHL and then he comes over. But I do think 3 to 4 years and then he does come over. But it depends. Because if Mishkov, say for example, we get Shane Wright this year and then say a steal in the third or fourth round, for example, that next year, say we take Mishkov and then 1 or 2 other guys. If we're looking like, I think Mishkov might come over in 1 to 2 years after his draft instead of 3 to 4, I think. Because I believe his KHL contract, even though it is a 5-year, I believe does have an NHL opt-out clause in it. I want to say it does. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Caulfield becoming a mix of Stamkos and St. Louis. And Crab, I wouldn't want anything more. Well, I want to say it does. So, yeah, we'll see. Caulfield becoming a mix of Stamkos and St. Louis. And Crab, I wouldn't want any mix of Stamkos and St. Louis. Love it. Caulfield, don't change. Just improve. So technically do change. Just for the better, I guess. You guys know what I mean. I mean, Tristan, like I'm saying, Brian Burke does love his good old Canadian boys. Knowing us, we would probably take it. Yeah, see exactly, Tristan. Knowing us, we would probably take it. Yeah, see exactly, Tristan. And he got a top 5 pick. But then after everyone writes in the cities and ruins, you have to move to dang Hartford. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pick option C then. Thank you, Fazio. Connor Bedard, we can take for Brock Besser. Tristan, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. That is, to be fair, I do want to see Caulfield, but if Caulfield becomes like Stamkos, we know how good Stamkos is. Just aside from the injuries, we know how good Stamkos can be and has been. So, hell yeah. Habs and back the other way. Like I said, good look for Suzuki's line. Price mode. Carey Price was Montembeault was inhabiting the spirit of Carey Price. He's not dead, but he was inhabiting the game spirit of Carey Price. Then Dubois. Red Wings are officially eliminated. Thank you, Tristan. I gotta say, Slavkovsky would probably make more sense than Wright. Just based on his size, we have smaller guys. It's still going to be, for sure, a top 6 forward in the NHL. Do I think he's going to be this absolute really good top 6er? Absolutely, in my opinion. I do think Slavkovsky is going to be. So this is interesting. Because here's the thing. If the Canadiens, here's the thing. I'm not expecting, Montreal Canadiens officially activate Carey Price or whatever, opinion. But, I mean, hey, we'll see. Maybe it does happen. But I mean, hey, if they're sending down Leon, yeah, I mean, it's either that or you're the Habs GM, but then he tells you 2 options to leave. Trade Suzuki in a first or trade Caulfield in the first. I'm picking option C. I'd rather him just fucking kill me because I can't trade Suzuki or Caulfield if I'm that. I can't I can't them. Not a big MTL_Luca on Twitter. With the loss tonight, Habs can't fall out of the bottom 10 as Anaheim, who are in 11th, have post lottery and retain their first round pick. Hopefully they stay in the bottom 3 though. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Most goals against in a single season. God damn, that's bad. No other NHL games. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think it's it's